All right, gang, so just a quick heads up. Instead of doing what I've been promising for ages, which is to get around to that audiobook, instead I went ahead and compiled all 10 years of the Blue Skies writing that I did and put it together in a fucking book. You'll be able to find it in pretty much any of the marketplaces that Amazon has. It is literally every single word I ever wrote from that magazine, and it's all put together in nice book form. You can buy it in ebook, you can buy it in paperback, and believe it or not, you can even buy it in fucking hardback. Again, it's going to be available here really, really soon. This one not only includes all the articles that were in the first fucking pilot book, but about 60 more articles. It's got 350 or so pages of some pretty funny, inappropriate, and hopefully informative shit. So check it out.
Blue skies call. They seduce us, pulling us irresistibly upwards, reminding us to fly our own line, on our wings, and in life. We are the seekers, adventurers, being one with the air, feeling everything and nothing at once. That's the magic we chase. Follow the call. Find your pure, wild flight with NZ Aerosports.
Of course, I absolutely love the NZ Aerosports business model. I mean, come on. One glance at an Icarus fuck yeah sticker and you know it lines up perfectly with the fucking pilot mentality. But outside their wonderful use of colorful language and a great company vibe, there's a long list of reasons to say NZ Aerosports fuck yeah. NZ Aerosports blows me away right out of the gate as a canopy manufacturer with a bold offer. They give you 10 jumps on your brand new nylon to decide if you want to keep it, swap it out, or even return it for a refund. I mean, seriously, how incredible is that? That's like getting halfway through a prom and deciding you prefer the slightly racier date that goes down faster. Seriously, they do that. If you're not madly in love with your new canopy after 10 jumps, they'll let you swap it out for another size or model, or even get your money back. And the range of canopies they've got? Man, they've got a style canopy to fit every jumper and every situation with models you know and trust. Like the Sapphire 3, the perfect choice for the beginner or intermediate canopy pilot. The Crossfire 3, when you're ready to kick it up that elliptical notch. The JFX 2, if you're looking to up your new swoop game. The Leia as the workhorse and dirtwater dirt beast. Or the Petra. The Petra cranks out crazy power and is nothing short of a record breaker. But hey, it's not always about speed either. Take the Kraken. Built as a low pack volume canopy specifically with wingsuiting in mind, she gives you all the performance you're looking for with the reliability you need that'll have you itching for that next formation, rodeo, or puffy cloud. So, the equipment is top-of-the-line kick-ass stuff as you already know, but how about the team? Well, the customer service gang is there to sort you out whenever you need them. Maddie and Beto are always there to help with Jen holding the reins. They're available for you at sales@nzaerosports.com, and they've got a kick-ass live chat tool on the website if you're wanting to hit someone up right away. These are the crew you're going to want to talk to get those custom orders in. With the stock nylon, once you know what you want, they'll have that shit on a FedEx truck as soon as the credit card machine says approved and get you in the air in no time. For your custom orders, you'll be able to get a time frame for building and shipping when you design it, so get to it. And demos. They've got demos in the US available from their partner Rock Sky Market. The whole US demo fleet is there with Sapphire 3, Crossfire 3, Kraken, JFX2, and Leia canopies in a range of sizes. They also offer student and tandem demos in the US. Bottom line, every step of the way, NZ Aerosports is there to get you what you need, and I personally couldn't be happier to be teamed up with them here on Lunatic Fringe. And now, time to get started with Lunatic Fringe Into the Void, brought to you proudly by NZ Aerosports. Fuck yeah!
Coming straight from the cockpit, it's another episode of Lunatic Fringe with the fucking pilot.
Ready, set, go! Back in the can for another edition of Lunatic Fringe Into the Void, and in person this time. I know you're not supposed to cheers with water, but here, a lemonade and some water. Cheers.
Salut.
So tell me, who the fuck are you and what do you do?
So my name is Benji, and full name Benjamin Brusasco. And I am from France, originally from Corsica, and I work as a skydiving instructor.
A skydiving instructor from France.
Yeah.
There's a lot of French skydivers.
Actually, there is more than I thought, yeah.
Yeah, which, I mean, considering where it is and the weather that is prevalent in France is kind of surprising, yeah?
Yeah, and it looks like they're doing pretty good, especially the swoopers.
Right? I mean, a good showing.
Yeah.
A damn good showing. Well, and I mean, you got Airwax, who I've had in the studio
Also,
a couple
yes.
of times. I mean, fucking hell. Come on. Again, your countrymen.
And they are awesome.
Yeah.
I love them.
As a matter of fact, the empty bottle that's sitting next to your head was brought by them. So I had to keep it because, I mean,
That's
come on.
very nice.
Yeah. So you're a skydiving instructor. You jump out of airplanes, strap people to you. What do you do? AFF video, all that stuff?
Yeah, throwing drugs and camera flyer, of course. And
Nice.
I've got my AFF rating, but I haven't used it that much.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So how did you get started? I mean, was it just skydiving that got you into so-called extreme sports?
Well, no, I've always been into extreme sports, but it was snowboard for me in the first place. So I've been snowboarding for like 15 years.
Mm.
And I got skydive as a present when I was 20 years old. And that was my first tandem in France. And I was really hooked. I was like, I want to do this sport. It's always been something that I wanted to try anyway. And of course, after my first jump, I was like, I want to do my license straight away. But I was too busy with other stuff because I was studying music and I was planning to become a professional musician. So, and I was already a professional musician at this age anyway.
Sure.
I was already a teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
Here, this is the fucking thing that I love, and this is my favorite part about the podcast, especially when I'm talking to people that I've known for a long time and find out shit that I had no idea about. Because to me, you're a skydiver. You know, I mean, you and I work together for a lot of years now, and I see you chucking drogues and swooping and having fun and everything. I had no idea. So how did the music thing start?
So, well, with my grandfather. He was a saxophone player in Brazil. And
In Brazil?
Yeah. And of course, my mother was like, maybe we should make him try an instrument. And,
Right.
And they asked me when I was 7 years old. And it's hard to make decisions when you're 7 years old, you know, you're like...
Right.
And then I looked around and I was like, my grandfather in front of me. And I was like, well, I'm going to play saxophone like grandfather, like papi. You know?
Sure.
And it's like, okay, let's go. And so he taught me how to play, yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, I've done the National Conservatory, classical.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And I ended up playing as a soloist with like a full philharmonic orchestra behind me and stuff like that on stage, like operas.
Really?
Yeah.
Do other people here know this?
Not a lot.
That's so fucking cool, dude. I mean, coming from somebody that's like learned this, can only play the same 5 songs on a bass guitar because that's all I've learned to play in the like 10 years I've been trying to play bass. If I was really good at an instrument, I would never put it away.
It's there. It's here. I have it. I don't play it very often.
Oh, see, now you're
Sophie, my girlfriend, asked me many times, "Oh, play some saxophone for me," and like, it never happened yet. But it's, I'm still doing some music. Like I produce music with like groovebox and drum machines and like more like analogic synthesizers and stuff like that. So I still do music.
But still, I mean, playing an instrument, and I'm not downplaying producing music in a technical fashion nowadays because I think it's an incredible skill and it's still music. It's fantastic music. But to physically pick up an instrument and to play it well is just awe-inspiring. To sit and watch somebody like just go off on an instrument is like, damn.
It's great fun, and I have so much good memories also. All the different concerts, and like I've done weddings, galas. I was playing for Hebraic weddings, bar mitzvahs, so like all this kind of stuff, or even like the ball, you know, like in the village, in the countryside, like all different stuff. So we had some good fun. Yeah.
So how do you transition from that? Because I mean, that once you're to the level that you're talking about, that you're pretty established at that point, and it's a very respectable career.
I was working a lot, and I was not making that much money, to be fair. But I was happy with it. It was decent, and I loved my job anyway. I loved what I was doing. So, but something happened, something quite big. I got a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And he's 17 now. I'm a very proud father of a 17-year-old boy. His name is Mai. And so yeah, I had my kid, and everything was fine. We stayed together for a couple of years, even after we had Mai, and then we split up. So that's when I decided to move on and to change city. And as I changed cities, I changed careers.
Wow.
And the next career is going to surprise you also.
Uh-oh. Come on. You hit me.
So I moved to Paris, and I was like looking to work in the music industry,
Sure.
and it was pretty hard. It's a bit of a jungle there. Like
I bet.
you need connections. You know?
Sure.
Anyway, some friends working in this club called The Queen, and it's a gay-friendly club.
Okay.
And they were like, "Why don't you come do some extras here, like as a bartender?" I was like, "Why the fuck not?"
Yeah.
And I started working in the nightlife from that day.
Really?
Yeah, and I had great fun. I was making great money, and that's how I ended up working in the nightlife. And I lived in Paris for about 8 years, I think, doing that.
Okay.
And then I met a girl. We moved to London, doing the same thing. But in
Sure.
London, I was a mixologist. So
Okay.
it got like, in London, the cocktail industry is very big,
Sure.
and it's like let's say it's like a chef,
Right,
like,
yeah, oh, yeah.
in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like people know their drinks, they
Sure.
know their spirits. It's very interesting, and I got very passionate for this. So then, I developed that, and I became a mixologist in London, and another 7 years, I think,
Wow.
in London.
And yet you're a
And-
Frenchman that I couldn't get to have a glass of red wine with me for the podcast. What the fuck?
Well, you got me right after my training, so but later on, yeah.
All right, cool.
We'll pour a glass.
So
And,
now it's kind of funny because the music stuff doesn't surprise me. It just shocks me how in depth some people have taken things before. Because again, I only know you as a skydiver. But if you were to ask me what profession I thought you had done, telling me you were in the nightlife in Paris and London would not have surprised me. Good-looking French guy, covered in tattoos, charismatic. I'd be like, oh yeah, he absolutely would fit in that. But a classical trained musician, that kind of catches me off guard. It's great though.
Yeah, I it's always something I will keep, and I know that I haven't played maybe for like 15 years now.
Oh wow.
Like what I mean by played is like playing every day, practicing
Sure.
2-3 hours a day, And but I'm sure like if I take the sax, it will come back very very easily, and I always have this backup if ever,
Sure. Well, and you clearly still have the passion for music because you're producing music.
Also, yeah,
I mean, that's in your soul.
yeah, no, it's there.
Yeah. So how do you transition from? So now you're in London. You've done one tandem in France.
Yeah,
But
years ago.
But it just wasn't an option. So now you're mixing drinks as a mixologist in London and living the nightlife, which is not a great time frame for skydiving.
But I was already working 3 nights a week.
Oh, there you go. All right, fair enough.
So a lot of time ahead. I had some savings. I had some time. I was like, you know what? Maybe I can start my license now. It's the time, actually, no. Oh, you just... Now it's all coming together. No, that's not how it happened. We were supposed to do a tandem for a charity when I was working in the Playboy Club.
The Playboy Club.
Yeah, you know the bunnies?
Yeah, I know the bunnies.
Great fun there.
Yeah, I bet.
And with all the security team, and they were like, "Oh, like you've done that before. Like, would you like to do that with us?" I was like, "Oh yeah, of course.
Sure.
Like, why the fuck not?" So we went there, and we did that second tandem for me.
Right.
And I was bored that day. Like after the jump, I was like, that's not it. I was like, it didn't hit the spot. I need to do this by myself.
Right.
And that's when I made the decision to do my license. 2 weeks later, I was doing my AFF. Bim, bam, boom. Next thing you know, I was jumping out of airplanes.
In London?
In London, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It was London Parachute School. I actually done only 2 jumps there because it was the end of the season for them. And it's next to Heathrow. So they have like a lot of restrictions with air traffic. And I moved to Hinton. This is where I met 40, by the way.
Oh, nice.
And
Mr. Ford's been on the podcast.
He was my AFF instructor.
40 was your AFF
Yeah.
instructor. Oh, Mr. Ford.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Ford. How are you?
We miss you, brother.
Yeah.
And so yeah, went to intern, finished the AFF there, and in the meantime, I had some connections here in the Middle East, and someone offered me a job. So I was like, you know what?
Nice.
Let's have a look. And I started looking, and I saw that skydiving was very popular there,
Sure.
and that's how I made my decision. And I finished my license, and I moved there to the Middle East.
Sure.
And that's how it worked.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's wild that it doesn't, the sport, as big as it is and as big as it's gotten and as popular as it is worldwide, how truly small the sport really is, though. Because like 40 and I had connections through the sport well before we ever even met, because we had done sky surfing way back in the day. And so he knew all the same people that I knew. And then you and I had met, I think, before I actually met 40, or maybe it might have been the other way around, but one or the other, all these connections still linking back to the same group of people. And once you've been in the sport for any length of time, it's just it's 1 degree of separation. If I don't know you, I know 10 people that do.
Oh yeah, it's so true. And it's funny because, you know, I finished my AFF and I had good connection with 40, but we didn't stay in touch,
Sure.
right? Like, and years later, he saw a post on Facebook of me doing tandems, and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" That's exactly what he said. And,
Yeah.
it was very funny. And then we ended up working together again. Oh, amazing.
So how did you, obviously you get into the sport, you become a fun jumper and start working your way up the sport like that, but what was your first job in the sport? Working in skydiving?
Oh, well, my first job was a tandem instructor.
Really? So
Yeah.
you went straight from a fun jumper, got your rating, and straight to a tandem
Straight to a
instructor?
tandem instructor.
Holy shit. That's actually an unusual leap. Because most of the time it's I do the packing thing, I learned to shoot video.
I was at the right place at the right time.
Sure. Now, how many jumps did you have when you got your rating?
When I got my rating, I had about 900 jumps.
Okay, so I mean it's kind of funny looking back, because I got my tandem rating really early in my career and was kind of forced into it. But now I look at a lot of the jumpers that I see getting tandem ratings that or want to get a tandem rating at like 500 jumps, and I'm horrified. Wait, you only have 500 fucking skydives. There's no way in hell I would let you take me on a jump, because it just seems now, again, with this many years in the sport, everybody I know has 12, 15, 25,000 fucking skydives. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I never thought I would reach like 10,000 skydives. I'm almost there now.
Isn't that crazy?
Like, yeah, that's nuts.
And it goes so fast.
It goes so fast.
Well, and I mean, you went straight to it because you got your tandem rating and got a job at a place where you were working. You know, I mean, doing consistent jumps.
Well, yeah, like I was working in the nightlife, and that the plan was to become an instructor. It was like I had the goal. It was like, I'm gonna get my ratings. I'm gonna become an instructor. That's what I want.
Wow.
So I was working in the nightlife still, even in the Middle East, working in the clubs
Sure.
as a VIP host and PR. And sometime, brother, I was finishing work at like 4 a.m. with my rig with me.
Yeah.
And I was driving straight to the drop zone
Yeah.
to jump, get the numbers, and have fun, obviously. Going back home, take a nap, going back to work, and like this, and repeat, and like smashing it, and yeah, like you know how it works. You know, you it's like it's a fun progression, because you're fun jumping with your friends.
Sure.
But then you reach that certain amount of jumps where like you're gonna get the next license, and as it goes, you're like, okay, now maybe I can do something with that.
Yeah.
And then you reach the level when you get the D license, and now it's getting serious.
For sure. It's funny because you and I actually have quite a parallel in the beginning of the sport, because when I was building up jumps, and then when I first became an instructor and was first shooting videos, I was working in nightlife as well. So this was in Las Vegas, and I was working the club Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, and I would finish up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, drive to the drop zone, sleep on the drop zone couch until somebody kicked me, and then I'd go brush my teeth and get on the fucking plane. Every weekend for years, until I was finally doing enough jumps and making enough money in the sport to be able to walk away from the nightlife gig. It's crazy.
It's very funny because I have very similar scenarios. When you say like I was falling asleep, like I was falling asleep everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Like during meetings at work, on the lazy boy, or like just I had 2 minutes like sitting, I would just fall asleep.
Yeah.
Because I was non-stop.
Yeah. I looked forward
That's great, though.
to the days that were slightly slower at the drop zone, so that they used the Cessna instead of the Otter, because the Cessna meant I got a 20-minute nap in the plane on the way up every load. So, all right, I'm going to catch up on a little sleep today. I'm still going to do 10 jumps, but I'm going to sleep for the climb up for most of them. The Otter loads had come around, fuck, I'm not going to get to nap at all today. It's a weird mix, right?
It is, yeah. And that's the thing is like I've done my AFF this way also. Like, and I think on my jump number 6 of my AFF course, I fell asleep in the plane, and 4D was like, "What the fuck's wrong with this guy?" And only because I went there straight from work.
Sure.
And also, like the not fun part of that is that I fell asleep on the road on the way back.
Oh.
But it was all good, just a little touch.
Yeah, that'll. I'll tell you what. There's nothing wakes you up quicker, does it?
I know.
When your near-death experience is napping.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So when you made these transitions, because there are a couple of big transitions in your life to go from music to the nightlife and then to skydiving, what's the family thinking as all this is happening?
Well, yeah, it's an interesting question. Like my mother, when she thought I was starting skydiving for fun at first, she was not very keen. Like she was like, that's you didn't really need that.
Right.
Like, why do you put yourself in such danger?
Right.
Because she had a very different outlook on it. But then she came to visit me, and we jumped together. She jumped with Tux.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
in the desert. And I joined the jump obviously, and then she changed her mind completely straight away.
Nice.
And then she became proud. She was like, "Oh, this is great. This is actually a lot of fun, and
Sure.
I can see that people actually they know what they're doing.
Sure.
Like it's a very structured
Sure. Sure.
thing."
Well, do you
So-
think, too, part of that is that the public perception of skydiving has changed a lot over the last dozen years or so? Because, I mean, even a dozen years ago, it wasn't nearly as mainstream as it is now. So somebody that worked in skydiving was looked at as being a bit of a, not just a nutcase for jumping out of airplanes, but a bit of a bum. Because, you just go jump out of planes? How do you make money doing that?
Yeah,
But it's changed quite a lot.
I think so, and also it's like it's got this background, like because always in the movies they show skydivers like being drug smugglers or
Sure. Sure.
like doing heists or like stuff like that. So yeah, like it's a bit of a stigma.
Sure.
But I guess like the opinion from the people changed
Sure. Well,
by
when
now.
I had Melissa Nelson on the podcast, her father, of course, Roger Nelson, who started up Skydive Chicago, is famous for running drugs. And she had written a couple of books about it, Sugar Alpha, and the second title escapes me. But it's all the story of how skydiving and that life went really well together. And there's a lot of parallels between how skydiving got all these really big, cool airplanes and why they got all these big, cool airplanes. Because you can run a lot of fucking weed in a big plane. So I think it's an earned reputation, but I think we've also done a good job of pulling away from that now. What do you think, though, that much more prevalent in the public perception now than skydiving is base jumping and wingsuiting and all that kind of stuff? Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing for skydiving's reputation?
Ooh, it's a tough question.
Yeah.
Well, base jumping became much more popular. I think not just because it's amazing and
Yeah,
it's cool.
sure.
Like, it's cool to watch.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
it became very popular because people started posting more.
Sure.
And social platforms became also like a way to share what they do, because skydiving is not something you can watch really, right?
Right.
But people started posting like videos of like the lines during base jump and all these wingsuit proximity jumps, and people were blown away, and and actually a lot of people started skydiving because of that.
Sure.
They were like, oh, like I want to do that, but then they start the sport and they discover that there is much more to it.
Right.
And like, honestly, this is probably also one of the reasons why I really wanted to skydive, but I've never base jumped, and I will never. I will never base jump.
Sure.
Because I have so much fun skydiving, and
Sure.
But you get my point.
Of course.
Yeah. So I'm a bit 50-50 there.
Sure.
Like,
my decision on base jumping was made for me a long time ago, because back when I was considering base jumping, it was back when it was still really sketchy. I mean, we're talking 25 years ago, and it was a lot of shit. People were still jumping sport rigs off the bridge in West Virginia. Yeah. They were just packing slider down sport rigs. And of course, it's morphed into this completely different sport now. But as soon as I found out that I was going to be a dad, the option of base jumping just went away. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. If it were now, today, and I was not a dad, I think I probably would have started base jumping, because it is so attractive. But you and I have unfortunately gone through the same thing, which is losing a lot of friends to that sport, because they're obviously tied together. It's all the base jumpers that we know that are doing those badass things and flying these incredible lines and jumping off of these cliffs are also jumping out of airplanes to support that career as well. And they're pushing hard lines. I mean, we just said goodbye to a great friend,
Yes.
Matt Munting, just a few weeks back, a month ago, a month and a half ago, which is, I mean, we ran all their podcasts. I ran all the podcasts that he and Nick were on, but nothing puts into perspective what a loss, something like that, or Micah.
yeah, this hits you hard.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it's the only comforting thing is that everybody around the planet, because of that 1 degree of separation in the sport, everybody's thinking and feeling the same thing. And I think it's this week as well, base jumping lost 3 more high-profile people.
Yes.
It breaks my heart. And I don't know how I feel about it, because the friends that I have that do it have such passion for it that I would never deny them that passion.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I'm terrified. And we're fucked, right? We're so deep in the sport now, even if we stop tomorrow, we're going to keep losing people because we're in it.
We're in it, yeah. It's the community.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about skydiving, though.
Yes.
Like you make new friends, and you feel like you're part of this community, and it's strong. You know, like you share the same passion, but not only, there's like something very special about it. And you can ask any skydiver, he's going to tell you, I think, the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, they do. They do. Well, the other cool thing too, and I'm sure you've learned this, is there's a couch for any of us. Or anywhere on the fucking planet. As long as you're not hated in the sport, you've got a couch to crash on pretty much anywhere.
It's so true.
I bumped into somebody on World Travels back when I used to wear a closing pin necklace that spotted it from across the room and ran over. Dude, where do you jump? And it was this super cool thing because you identified instantly.
Instantly, yeah.
And of course, now I was. You were actually one of the lucky few that got to stay at the Blue Skies Villa in Bali.
True.
Because a bunch of skydivers got together and got villas in Bali, and you happened to be going to Bali. I mean, fucking, how cool is that shit?
It was amazing.
Just to be able to do stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, and you've been able to do quite a bit of traveling ever since you started jumping as well, right?
Yes.
How cool is that?
Well, it's beyond cool. Like, I got to jump over the pyramids, which is like, and I was flying wingsuit actually.
Nice.
Like now, I haven't done a lot of wingsuit recently, but yeah, like
over the
something I will remember all my life.
Over the pyramids.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Who would have fucking thought? I mean, even to go see the pyramids as just a normal tourist and stand there and look at them is impressive, but to be flying over them.
It's such a sacred place, and
Right.
it's always been in my mind just to go there,
Right.
just to visit. But flying over it was beyond my expectations.
When
for
you
sure.
guys are landing right next to them, aren't you?
Yes. It was a beauty.
Yeah.
Beauty.
I mean, I've talked to Omar. Were you with Omar's crew over there?
No.
Because there's a couple of different crews that do it. Both of them, I hear, put on fantastic events. But jumping out of C-130s and all this fantastic stuff over the top of the fucking pyramid.
Well, my experience was slightly different.
All right, all right.
It was a C-17 from the army. It was a little bit ratchet. And the crew was beyond ratchet.
Really?
Oh my god! Like, it was actually funny.
It had to be.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
So, but that sounds really skydiving to me. That's Fandango, plain duct tape together kind of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Which is almost, that's almost kind of why you need a parachute.
That's the right picture right there.
Well, I just saw a meme the other day that was one of the funniest ones I'd ever seen, which was an optimist designed an airplane, a pessimist designed a parachute. I kind of like that. Yeah, or the old saying, why would you jump out of a perfectly good airplane? And my answer always is, there's no such thing. So, well, how did you end up deciding and being able to get on the crew to go to Egypt? Was it a boogie that was coming up?
Well, yeah, it was like a small boogie organized, and I had a holiday just happening at that time, and I was like, hey, let's do it.
Nice. So now that you're a working professional skydiver and have been for some time now, when you go on vacation, do you go to jump or do you go to get away from it?
I didn't get to do that yet, but for example, I've never done a boogie outside of the Middle East.
Okay.
Which is a bit sad, but
Sure.
it's coming.
Sure.
I was planning to do the Vector Festival in 2020, and obviously it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So it's there. Like maybe next year. Let's see.
So now you've gotten back to being very busy ever since COVID started. But
Yes.
when COVID hit, you ended up going back to the nightlife stuff for a while, didn't you?
Actually, no. I was in the food and beverage. Like
Okay.
I went. My mother owns a beach restaurant in Corsica, so I went to help her.
Nice.
I was bar manager there.
That sounds
For 4 months.
real fucking rough.
It was I've lost 16 kg that season.
Fair enough.
So yeah,
Fair enough.
That was a tough summer, but in the end, I consider myself super lucky that I've been working during the whole pandemic,
Sure.
like non-stop.
Sure.
Like
I was very lucky too. I had a limited amount of time off during the pandemic and was able to get back to flying relatively quickly, which was good. Not the rest of the world has not recovered as quickly as we were able to, but luckily, knock wood, we're still going
yeah,
pretty strong.
exactly. Like,
Yeah, which is good.
but then so 4 months in Corsica. Then I went back to the Middle East and I worked in a club for like maybe a month and a half, 2 months, and then the drop zone called me back.
Nice.
And put a smile on my face. Obviously, I was the happiest person in the world.
Sure.
And I took like just 3 weeks off in between, and then back at it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, and you've got plans for, of course, when you're jumping full time in the Middle East, vacation time is summertime.
Yes.
The rest of the world is busy jumping, but it gets too damn hot over there. So what are your plans for the summer? I know you've got some traveling coming up.
Yeah, I'm planning to go to Europe, and obviously to explore and also visit my son because he lives there in France.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go to Spain and then Mallorca, and back to Spain and then Brussels and then Amsterdam.
Nice. Nice.
And then France for a couple of weeks.
Very cool. Now, as
Yeah.
the father of a 17-year-old, I had a similar experience as you in that I wasn't a daily full-time dad. I would visit and take vacations and do all that stuff. But it was always difficult, especially when she was much younger, to explain what dad did. Jumping out of airplanes. It doesn't make sense to a young kid. And I've had the opportunity not that long ago to sit down actually on the podcast with her and ask her what it was like growing up. Have you had that conversation with your son? Hey, what's it like being my kid,
Actually, no, it's a great question. No, like obviously he loves it. He's like looking up to it, like.
Sure.
And I jumped with him. I did a tandem with him.
Awesome.
So he loved it, and he wants to do his license.
Really?
So
How do you feel about that? It's weird when it's your fucking kid, isn't it?
Oh, well, not just your kid. Like, for example, my girlfriend started skydiving, and every time I was watching her landings, I was not feeling so good about it.
Yeah,
like,
man.
And she had a bad landing once, and since then she stopped. And I'm not so bothered
Sure.
because I don't have to to worry about it.
Yeah.
So for my son, I guess it's gonna be probably the same.
Sure.
But also, like, I make sure that he goes in the right place to do his course,
Sure.
and like,
I mean, I've talked to second and third generation skydivers where the family goes out and jumps together and all that stuff, and I think it's fantastic. But I was relieved, very relieved, when my daughter had done a couple of tandems and was like, "Yeah, that was fun. No desire to go out and become a licensed skydiver." And I would always joke around and say, "Good, it keeps her off the drop zones and away from fucking people like us." But the truth of the matter is, no matter how safe I tout the sport as being, I'm still a nervous wreck thinking of my kid jumping out of an airplane, which makes me a bit of a hypocrite because I swear it's super safe.
because you do it every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's very tough to tell somebody you shouldn't do this because it's dangerous when you've done it 12,000 times.
But also, like, think about it. Like, when you take someone that you love, or your family or friends, on a tandem,
Yeah.
you don't feel the same.
No.
You don't feel the same. You have, like, much more pressure.
Yeah. I did. When my daughter did her first jump, I didn't take her. I could have gotten recertified and taken her on a tandem. And I was actually going to take yours and my mutual friend, Jacko, was going to take her, but he was on vacation. And I wanted her to have a really good experience. So I put her up with Alberto because I'm like, all right, if I'm going to show her a good time, I'm going to give her the tall, handsome Italian guy. But I was a nervous wreck. I didn't even skydive on the jump because I'm like, nope, I can't even see it. I sat in the co-pilot seat of the
It's
plane
stressful,
watching.
yeah.
Man, super stressful because it's yours. And when my mom jumped, I shot her video, but I was a tandem instructor, but I wouldn't take her on the tandem. I'm like, it's too much. No, so weird.
Yeah, my mom did 2 tandems before she actually did one with me. One with Tux and one with Cornelia.
Oh, really? Yeah. Nice.
Like, even though I could have taken her that day, but I choose to take my sister instead. And I was like, no, you go with Cornelia. Like,
Right?
I know she's going to do great.
Yeah. I know, it's very strange.
Yeah, it's very strange.
It's one of the few times when you're like, all right, I know I'm really good at my job, but I'm going to give this one to somebody else. Just because, yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
So speaking of Cornelia and people that compete and all that, has competition ever crept into you?
Well, yeah, I wasn't going to go there, actually. Like, I've been competing in sports for many years, swimming. But skydiving, it never really, I never really thought about it. But recently, this season especially, I was like, you know what? Like, I wouldn't mind trying a swooping competition, but actually really train for it and just do it for fun, man.
Sure.
Why
Well,
not? You know, like,
when you've got people like Cornelia, whose brain you can pick. I mean, one of the
Yeah.
world's best swoopers ever.
we have Cornelia, we have Pablo Hernandez,
Yeah.
and so many people around that you can ask advice to, and like, I got free coaching from them pretty much.
Yeah, man.
And that's how I started swooping. So, just because they were watching my landings, they were like, "Oh, you should do this and that and this and that." And yeah.
Sure. Cornelia once she got sick of watching me just do my 270 landings, so she's like, "All right, I'm gonna teach you how to do a 450 or something along those lines." And so she briefly talks me through it. And I go up on the next load and I get halfway through the 450 and bail on it. And I'm like,
Nope.
nope, not for me. And landed. She's like, "What's up with that?" I'm like, "Fuck that. I'm sticking to my 270s. No one's ever gonna be impressed with my swoops anyway." I'm like, it's too much spinning for me. I can't do it.
It's funny because at the beginning, when I was fun jumping, and I was watching the swoopers, I was like, "This I will never do."
Right?
I don't know why. This for me. This was like something I was like, "No, this is way too much risk. I will never do this.
Sure.
I'll never swoop." Look at me now.
Well, I remember doing the same thing, though, because I started out shooting video, and again, this is a different time and different canopies and stuff, but I remember thinking, I don't need a high-performance canopy. I don't need to do that kind of stuff. And then I jumped one and went, oh, that was kind of fun. I kind of like that. But now that I'm not as nearly as active jumping and I've been off because of the recoveries and everything,
Yeah.
I can't watch swoops. I'm a nervous fucking wreck because the canopies being flown nowadays fly in such a different way than the canopies that I'm used to that I don't recognize the sight picture from the ground. And I'm like, oh God, that was beautiful. But I can't handle it. My nerves can't take it, man. I think I'm getting old. It's all catching up.
It's all about currency, I think. You know,
For sure.
like,
For sure.
You got to stay current when you do these kind of things. That's
Well,
it.
yeah. Well, and I'm smart enough to know that I'm not good enough to continue to try and swoop if I'm not going to be doing it all the time. So, yeah, when I finally start jumping again after all the recoveries, it's going to be on a bigger parachute, not a smaller one.
Well, the most important is that you have fun, right?
Yeah, man. It's all about enjoying.
Yeah.
So now, longevity in the sport. You've been doing it for a while now, but looking down the road, where do you see yourself?
Another interesting question.
Mm.
I don't know.
It's crazy, right?
It's crazy, you know. I don't know. I haven't planned anything. Obviously, like, I want to progress in the sport. I want to become a better flyer. That's the good thing about this sport, is that you
Sure.
learn forever.
Sure.
Like, there's no such a thing as you reach the top. Like,
Right.
So yeah, like, I want to fly more in the tunnel to improve. I want to do more challenging jumps. This season has been great because we got to do like a lot of big waves, and I've been training in the tunnel especially for it, and also like when I started working in skydiving, I kind of stopped fun jumping a little bit,
Sure.
just because.
That's what happens.
It's what happens.
Yeah.
Like I was working a lot. I was trying to fun jump on my days off here and there, but it's not the same, you know. Like,
Right.
It's not the same that when you go like and smash
Right.
7, 8, 10 jumps, 10 fun jumps a
Right.
day. Like, you know, like it's completely different. And so I kind of lost it a little bit, and I've lost training, and I was not flying so good anymore.
Right.
Except, of course, flying video was great,
Sure.
and doing a tandem, I mean, it doesn't require that much.
Right.
But yeah, this season I really decided to get back at it and fly,
Nice.
and it felt amazing.
Nice.
And now I'm actually super stoked, and I just want more, you know.
Skydiving
So-
is still one of the only activities in sports that I have seen ever where people work in it and spend their off time going to do it as well. It's crazy the drive that people get for skydiving.
And also, like, it's nice to have, I'm lucky to have, like, great people around
Sure.
who are super passionate, like Brandon,
Sure.
because he's a really good friend, Brandon
Absolutely.
Johnson. This season he's been organizing little camps. He
Yep.
calls them Flow Motion on the weekends in the desert. And
Nice.
of course, like, I tried to be there all the time, and it was absolutely amazing. I've learned so much, and
Sure.
those jumps are sick.
Sure.
Like, it was great. And so yeah, I was so happy. I got the feel for it, the passion for it again.
Sure.
You know, like, and the envy to progress and get better.
For sure. Well, that's the big thing that seems to happen to a lot of people that go into working into the sport early in their career, just like you did and just like I did, is you forget some of why you got into it, and it becomes just a job. And I was at a drop zone where going and being a fun jumper on a day off wasn't really an option. It wasn't a big fun jumper drop zone. I'd have to drive 3 hours. And after, a crazy work week and the nightlife and all that, I'm not going to get in the car and go drive 3 hours to fun jump. And then all of a sudden, 10 years goes by, and you've got a shitload of jumps, but you can't remember the last time you did anything goofy on a skydive because you're just chucking drogues or shooting video. And I had to I think I took 4 years off of jumping, and didn't jump again until, again, a mutual friend of ours, Junior, was like, dude, we should go make a fun jump. And the idea actually made me nervous. And that's when I knew, oh, fuck, I should go make a skydive again. And now I'm just a fun jumper.
And how did that feel?
Fucking fantastic. Yeah, you know how it is. I mean, after 4 years, I was riding up in the airplane as nervous as I was AFF level 1. I was a fucking nervous wreck with thousands of skydives. And of course, the instant you're out of the airplane, you're like, oh, yeah, this is why.
But I mean, like, this is the thing. Like, for example, like once or twice a week, we have a staff load at the end of the day.
Yep.
And back in a few years back, like, it's hot, you're tired, you're like, nah, I'm not getting on the staff load.
Right.
Like, and now I'm trying not to miss one of them, because the hardest part, sometime at the end of the day, is that moment when you decide, no, I'm going to get there. Like, the hardest part is to get in the plane.
Sure.
Because whatever happens, when you're going to land from that jump, you're going to feel absolutely amazing.
Sure.
It's like, you're like, why did I miss that?
Yep.
All those years, like, why did I was saying no? It's like you're doing it every day. It becomes just like you say,
Sure.
like a routine, like a job, and sometimes you avoid those jumps.
Sure.
And you, I don't want to say that I regret it, because now I changed my mind already.
Sure.
You know.
Sure.
So it's just a certain amount of time. Maybe I needed that break or so.
Absolutely.
You know,
Well, that's the thing, though, right? That's longevity in the sport, because there's a lot of people that went in, smashed out a ton, got burned out, walked away, and never came back. And then there's those of us who managed to step back a little bit and reignite that passion for it. And I was lucky in that I never actually left the sport. I was still working in the sport because I was flying. I just wasn't jumping. So I had one huge benefit, which is the most important part of the sport, which is the community. Bar none. I mean, jumping is fucking fantastic. Skydiving is amazing, and it's super, super fun, but it doesn't hold a candle to the people that do that,
well,
right?
just look at it. I'm sure you know some people who actually don't jump anymore, or who are actually not even fun jumpers, who just come and hang at the drop zone just because it's cool.
Absolutely. Once a skydiver, always a skydiver. I had a friend post on Facebook that he was giving up jumping because his family was taking priority, and he didn't want to have his wife nervous and the kids as they were getting older, and he was really pretty upset about it. In this post, you could see it was a pretty emotional post of him saying, "I'm done skydiving," and all the responses were, dude, once a skydiver, always a skydiver. You don't have to jump to be part of this community. You know, I mean, you still are a part of the most important part of skydiving, which is the fucking people, which is the coolest part about it. It really is. I mean, if I never jump again, I'm still a fucking skydiver. Forever.
Yeah, it's in your blood.
So does it make you nervous that you don't have an exit plan or a what comes next?
Not really.
Well, how old are you?
I am 40.
Okay, so, I mean, I hate to say young, but 40 is still, by our standards, and especially in our sport, 40 is young.
Yeah, like, you know what, like, I was thinking learning rigging. Because this like, let's be honest, like, you don't want to be doing tandems too late in your life. And,
Sure.
and who knows if I'm going to be physically apt to do it.
Sure.
You know? So, yeah, like, I've been thinking I need a backup plan. I need something. And rigging is something I was looking at. Like,
Sure.
And maybe at some point I will learn.
Yeah, they haven't come up with a 401k or a retirement home for skydivers yet. Could you imagine that?
Yeah, all broken.
Oh, man. How are you physically? Has the sport taken a toll on you? I mean, has it beat you up?
Yes.
What kind of shit's going wrong on you?
Yeah, but also I train a lot on the side,
Sure.
so I'm very active. So I would say my upper back and neck at some point, here and there, like jumping heavy cameras, and a lot of jumps and some hard openings. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you
Yeah.
especially.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I've paid the price on that.
But so far, I'm okay. I'm doing it. Like,
Well, I mean, if I had known where you're at in the sport, if I had been a little smarter and taken a little bit better care of myself. I mean, I was always active working out and all that stuff, but the idea of stretching never even crossed my mind. I mean,
right?
And now, looking back, oh my God, if I could give my younger self one piece of advice, it would be fucking stretch, you moron.
It's funny you say that, because just yesterday I told my son, he sent me a picture of him, like pumped from the gym.
Right.
And I'm like, this is great.
Stretch.
Please, stretch. Take care of your body, take care of yourself.
Yep.
Because otherwise you're going to regret in a few years.
Oh, yeah, man.
You're going to feel that.
It's funny too, because it's my neck, it's my upper back, and it's my right shoulder from chucking drogues for 8,000 fucking tandems chucking drogues. And it's crazy because I can just follow the breadcrumbs of, oh, this is where I've fucked myself up. And if I had just at the beginning and end of every day stretched. I walked through Eloy, Arizona, actually, when I was going to get my AFF rating, and they were doing Sean McCormick was leading a yoga class on the packing mat. And I remember walking by them thinking, what the fuck are those guys? Yoga? Really? Fuck off. And now I wish to anything I had been on that yoga mat or on the packing floor with those guys.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
But look, like, how many skydivers actually practice yoga now?
Yeah. Yeah, the
Like-
smart ones.
True. Yeah. But yeah, a lot.
Well, I think there's a lot of us old dogs that have beat the shit out of ourselves now that are kind of a cautionary tale.
Yes,
You know,
yes, I guess. Yeah.
and I mean, how common is it for all of our friends? How many friends do you have that have had multiple surgeries and a whole lot of metal in their bodies?
Well,
Yeah.
more than one, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's not uncommon at all to see somebody posting something, a picture of a plate that's here or there, or I always use Olga as an example. She's got a new plate, and I know she's listening to this, and right now she's pissed at me because I always talk about her accidents. But I think she just had the plate from her ankle removed.
Yeah, recently.
So she doesn't have as much metal, but that went to shit too.
Yeah. Look, like she's a beast because
She is.
Like she just had this, but she's training Muay Thai
I
in
know.
Thailand right now.
I
you
know.
So it just shows, that
Hardcore-
nothing is impossible.
Hardcore beast mode in Thailand, kicking with a leg that she just had a metal plate taken out of.
How about that?
Yeah, she is full on hardcore. I actually just saw a picture of her on Instagram now. She's proper skinny.
She
Like-
looks super fit.
Yeah, like lean as hell. I wouldn't want her to kick me.
Makes me want to do that.
Yeah. It doesn't mean, well, I started to get into jiu-jitsu. Omar Al-Hijalan had invited me to go to his place, and I started to really get into it just before I found out how fucked up my neck is, or was. And now, of course, I can't do it anymore because now I've got a bunch of fused shit and metal in my spine. But it was super fun. So Muay Thai looks like a blast as well, but I think I'm past that.
I love martial arts.
I think it's Tai Chi for me.
Tai Chi is good.
Yeah.
Tai Chi.
I think that's about all I
Tai
can
Chi is
handle.
actually a martial art.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Absolutely. And
It's like hidden in the moves, like.
and it's and from everything that I've been told, it's a hell of a workout. I mean, it's
Oh
extremely
my God.
intense.
Yes. I was doing Tai Chi a little bit here. And there is classes, actually,
Nice.
if you're interested.
Nice.
And after an hour or two, you sweating.
Nice.
Like, you feel like it burns.
Really?
Because you hold like a position, like gainers and
Sure.
stuff like that, and it's actually a proper workout.
Nice.
It's very physical.
I've definitely been looking into trying to find different avenues outside of just heavy lifting in the gym. I mean, obviously, as you get older, it's difficult to sustain. I'm never going to build the kind of muscle that I used to be able to build, not at my age. So I've tried the alternate stuff. I've also been looking at different ways to help, like with the inflammation and all that. I started doing ice baths and all that shit. And
Yes, ice baths are great.
yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's torture, but it's really good mental training. And I just took the wife yesterday for her birthday. Was the first time she'd done an ice bath. She's from Finland. She made it 8 seconds her first time in the water before she dove out. And as I was watching her hop in and out, not being able to get through it, it dawned on me what being able to sit through an ice bath is like. And it's like getting tattoos.
Yeah, it's all about the mental, and you have to work on your breathing. And but it's funny that you compare that to tattoos because it's very true. Like
Yes.
it's like you need to be strong mentally.
Yes.
And it's almost like it's challenging.
Yeah.
And you need to work with that energy and breathe through it.
Yes.
And just like let it flow. And in the end, you accept it.
Yes.
Right?
I tried to explain to her when I had started doing it, I went in for a 10-minute session, and about 5 minutes into it, you start getting that shake. Your body wants to shake. And at about the 8-minute mark, I'm like, I think I might have to get out because I'm shaking too hard. And then I just told myself, stop shaking. And just took a deep breath, and instantly it went away. And I'm like, this is like fucking getting tattooed.
And how great is it?
Oh.
The feeling is amazing.
Oh, amazing. Although I fucked up yesterday because I'm laughing at her getting in and out. I'm listening to my music, and I'm so amused by her that I'm not paying attention to how long I was in. And I was in for 25 minutes.
5 degrees?
5 degrees.
Wow,
So when I got out, I'm proper hypothermic.
Well, above 20 minutes, they say that it's not very beneficial.
Yeah. It's no
So,
good after
yeah,
20 minutes.
so-
And I've been stopping at 20 minutes. So I hit 25 and I got out, and I'm like, oh, well, that was stupid because I could barely hold the cup of tea to drink it.
Have you done some stretching or yoga right after it? Because it's very nice to do it. Like when you come out of the ice bath,
Yeah.
you do like a little yoga session and to warm up. And
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, and luckily the place that I go to is a bit of a walk from the house, and of course it's quite hot out. So it's the same thing. It's almost like stepping back into a sauna to stretch.
But it
which
feels
is
so
nice.
good as you walk out, even though it's like 40 degrees outside. You're like, oh, this actually feels great,
Yes.
and you don't even feel warm.
Yeah, no, it's a nice
Yeah.
cool breeze.
Yeah, no, it's such a good thing.
So potentially rigging in the future, but obviously a lot more jumping, maybe some swooping in your future as well, which all sounds pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, and also I want to get back to flying wingsuits also.
Nice.
Like next season, that's something I love doing, and yeah.
So still a proper passion for the sport.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, we're pretty fucking lucky, right?
Oh man.
You know, I'm getting ready to wrap up my career working in the sport, and I'm going to just be a fun jumper and do the podcast and stuff. I won't be working full time in the sport, but I consider myself nothing but lucky that I've spent 26 years. I mean, holy shit.
This is like, yeah.
Who gets to do this shit?
This is a quarter of a century.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it's a really long time. But that's the thing is everybody that I know that has the kind of passion like you and most of the people that we know for the sport don't even think twice that, of course, they'll hit that amount of time. Of course they will. Absolutely. And I'll still be skydiving, hopefully, for many, many years to come. I'm just going to be a lazy weekend warrior.
On big canopies, yeah.
On big canopies.
And why not?
Yeah, I get. Nobody was ever impressed with my swoops anyway. The only time anybody was ever impressed with my swoops was when I was swooping working for Skydive Fiji, and that's because I was the only skydiver in the country with a sport canopy. Pretty easy to
Skydive
be the
Fiji.
best. Yeah. I don't know who runs it now. I think there's a couple
Is there
operations.
still a Jobs on Day?
I think there's a couple. The operation that I worked for, I would not recommend anybody ever go work for. But Fiji itself, fucking gorgeous. If there's other operations, check those out.
Okay.
Hell of a place to skydive.
How did you end up there?
I was working at Skydance in Davis, Chuck and Drogs, and a friend of mine named Brad from Australia had worked there, and it was coming into the winter season in Davis, and we got to talking, and he said he was working there, and they might be looking for somebody. So I, sent out an email, and the next day I had a job offer, and was like, fuck it, all right, cool, I guess I'm going there. So I spent 5 months jumping in Fiji. Beautiful. 300 and something islands scattered below you. You're landing on a beach in front of the Sofitel Resort. It's fucking ridiculous.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was rough. Again, one of those ridiculous memories that people outside the sport wouldn't believe. I mean, if you go tell people that you jumped over the pyramids, in the sport, they'd go, oh, cool, you went to that event.
Yeah.
Outside the sport, they're like, fuck off.
Yeah.
They won't believe it.
Yeah. I don't even know if my mom remembers that I've done that.
How funny is that?
As an example.
Yeah. Well, that's why you have like the studio here is my little love me wall, because it's all just shit for me to remember. I don't expect anybody else to listen to it. So I always wrap up the podcast by asking people if they've got advice for different groups in skydiving. And so for somebody that's deciding that they want to get into the sport and they already are thinking, I want to work in the sport, what kind of tips do you have? What should they be thinking as they make their way?
Well, do what you love and do it safe. Do it safely, first of all. Like, don't rush anything. Listen before you talk. Yeah. Like, I've been educated many times because I was like big mouth back in the days.
Sure.
Now I chill a little bit. But yeah, no, just listen to people who actually have a lot to teach you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
You have like so much knowledge around you at the drop zone, and a lot of people who can help you with your progression.
Yeah.
So that would be the main tip.
Nice. Well, and there's lessons to learn from every aspect, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the rock star. You're learning lessons from the guy that's been on the packing mat for 15 years.
Yeah.
I mean, there are lessons everywhere in the sport. You're learning lessons from the people in Manifest. You're learning lessons from the people that are managing everything, or ground control. There's lessons to be learned everywhere, which is awesome.
There's so much to learn.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And a whole lot of fun to be had.
Exactly. And it's so much fun. The learning curve is great.
And never ending.
And never ending.
Oh.
Yeah.
Benji, man, thank you so much for taking the time to come in.
Thank you for having me.
Damn
It was
good
a pleasure.
time catching up. I'll look forward to seeing you checking drogues and keeping up on your adventures.
Oh yeah. Please wait for me to get off the plane.
Fuck off.
Love you, brother.
See ya. And there you have it, another episode of Lunatic Fringe Into the Void, brought to you as always by, and say it with me, fuck yeah, NZ Aerosports. Head to nzaerosports.com. By Pussfoot. That's right, head to pussfoot.com, the extreme sports collective, and check out everything they've got to offer. By summitparachutesystems.com. Jarrett Martin and the family cranking out amazing pilot rigs, as well as incredible rigging courses. And now joining the Lunatic team, it's the one and only Tony Suits. You know him, you love him. Head to tonysuit.com. Check out all the amazing standards, as well as the new incredible signature line they've got going on. And as for us, the Lunatic Fringe is now on YouTube. That's right, you're going to have the chance to put faces to the audio by heading to youtube.com and looking up the Lunatic Fringe podcast. It's easy. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check out all the amazing videos from the previous guests that we've had, as well as new and upcoming interviews on video. As always, I am the fucking pilot. Head to thefuckingpilot.net or theprincesspilot.com. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time around. Damn.